Today, I'm going to be testing out the fastest gaming keyboard in Minecraft. Wooting sent me their 60HE Plus keyboard to test out, and I'm going to be unboxing, customizing, and seeing if the keyboard can live up to the insane hype it has in-game. Can using an incredibly fast keyboard actually lead to playing better in Minecraft? I think what I gotta say will surprise you. This keyboard is absolutely jam-packed with features, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss this, so stick around. First things first, guys, and I gotta lay this out in the beginning, I am not sponsored or even an affiliate of Wooting. They sent me this board for free, but that's it. So when I make some big claims in this video about this keyboard, which I will, it's coming straight from the heart, okay? As with all my reviews, as always, but you get what I mean. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the unboxing, tech specs, swap out the included keycaps with these awesome limited edition GPPT Kabuto keycaps sent to me by Glorious, and talk about what makes this keyboard so special. Starting with the build quality of the board, I gotta speak on this because I feel like this keyboard, which is designed for gamers, kinda goes against the grain when compared with a custom keyboard, which in my opinion isn't really a fair comparison at all. Out of the box, the first thing I noticed was how light the board was. Weighing in at 605 grams and at a 60% form factor, the board is very light when compared with other boards of its size. The board itself comes in a hard plastic case and looks great, and the keycaps that come with the model I ordered, which is the ANSI version, are double shot PBT. So right out of the gate, we're starting with a fantastic build quality because trust me, the plastic materials of the case and these keys don't feel cheap at all. And I want you to keep something in mind when we look at this board, and that is that it was designed for gamers who might need something portable and light, but also as a product that doesn't compromise on build quality, and it balances the two beautifully. The wrist strap is a really cool touch, and the included braided cable is premium feeling, but I personally have a coiled cable that I think suits the sleek design of the board even better. The 60HE Plus features Lecker switches, which are a contactless magnetic switch and are a huge part of what makes this board so insanely fast, and we'll get into that a ton more later. But you should know that the board is hot swappable to other compatible magnetic switches, supports screw-in stabilizers on the 60HE Plus version, which is the one that I have, and the case is also very easy to swap out for another one, or even just to not use entirely, which is crazy. Each key has an adjustable actuation point from, get this, 0.1 millimeters to 4 millimeters. I'll repeat that again, 0.1 millimeters to 4 millimeters. That's insane, and on top of this, it also features analog input, which, for those of you that don't know, makes it act like a Joy-Con would on a game controller, supporting analog movement. This is where if you press lightly, your character might move slightly slower in some games, and if you press harder, it might make your character move faster. Just keep in mind that we won't be utilizing this in my review, since that isn't really a thing in Minecraft Java Edition. It features per key north-facing LEDs for RGB that is actually really bright, a special mode called tachyon mode, which can reduce the latency to less than a millisecond, and excellent anti-ghosting, as even if you pressed every single key on the keyboard at the exact same time, all of the clicks or key presses would register. The Lecker linear switches are pre-lubed and are very smooth, and they sound great, and so too do the stabilized keys. So just take a listen to this. Finally, the headline feature of this board is the one that everyone has been talking about, rapid trigger. This is a setting which changes the actuation and reset point of any individual keys you want on the board. To demonstrate what this means and why it's important for Minecraft, I'm going to use this image that Wooting features on their website. As you can see with the bar on the left, regular keyboards have a preset point or depth which you have to press the key before it registers that that key has been pressed. When you wish to release a key to reset the key press, traditionally you have to release the key enough so that it passes the actuation point again. This all changes with rapid trigger technology because, as you can see with the bar on the right, as soon as you start lifting off the key even in the slightest, you can have the board reset the key press, making it possible to activate and deactivate the keys with extreme speed and precision. Just so you guys know, this is all made possible due to the use of magnetized switch technology, which means that since pins aren't used in how key presses are registered like on traditional boards, this board has an estimated 100 million key press durability and 0 debounce, as debounce is only needed if double inputs are possible, which they aren't. So that was all a lot of information, right? But now we gotta get to the important stuff and try it out in game. Okay guys, so we're here in the Wooting software and we actually have the key set to the absolute fastest actuation point that you can, which is 0.1 millimeters. This means that if I barely even touch these keys, it's gonna actuate. Now, do I think that this is gonna be great for Minecraft? No, but we're gonna try it just to see how it goes. I think that the real sweet spot here is gonna be the rapid trigger, because this is gonna allow us to W tap even faster. But we're gonna try it like this first and then see if we need to adjust it or potentially even increase the actuation point. Okay, so we're here in game. Now, I still think that this is probably gonna be like way too sensitive. I'm probably gonna end up walking off just because of how light the key presses are gonna be, but we're off to a good start here. See if I can get a nice block in going. Nice. Okay, bro is going on a crazy bridge here. Okay, so even just with my movement, I can feel that I'm accidentally actuating the keys just a little bit too early here, and okay, we got him, but it was definitely too sensitive. I felt like I almost walked off a couple of times, which is what we don't want. So instead, I think that the best actuation point might actually be somewhere here around the 0.8 millimeter to 1 millimeter range, at least for myself. Rapid trigger though has definitely, I can feel that in my W tapping, so we're gonna keep that on. Okay, we're back here. I figured that sumo would be a good place to show the W taps, so let's try this out. Obviously, I have low ping, and that's probably a part of that, but it's like, I mean, you guys see it, right? You guys saw that, so let's try it again. Maybe it's just a coincidence. 200 ping, I shouldn't be able to just W tap him perfectly off because of the 200 ping, so... okay, I think that speaks for itself. I bet a bunch of you guys are probably saying to yourself that in Minecraft, a board like this isn't really needed because speed for key presses doesn't really matter. Well, I have now used this board for a week, and I'll put it to you like this. That could not be farther from the truth. Hands down, this has to be one of the best gaming keyboard experiences that I have ever had, period. I plugged it in, went to the Wootility software, which is absolutely amazing by the way, and played around with it a little bit and instantly noticed a difference with my W taps. Guys, I mean this so seriously. I instantly noticed it. You see, I have a bunch of keyboards that I switch between, and with that I'm also switching how far I need to let go of W, A, S, and D when comboing or PvPing every time I use a different board. Now granted, most people won't have this problem, but a problem that they might have is that their mechanical keyboard or even membrane keyboard might have a larger actuation point, meaning that to W tap or just press keys generally, you need to press harder or faster, which can lead to inaccuracy. This just isn't a problem at all with this board. You can set it to be extremely sensitive or even the complete opposite. You can find what's optimal for you, and I'm telling you, this makes a huge difference performance wise. Another thing that I found that was amazing is the rapid trigger feature. Again, a lot of people might think it's just not needed on a keyboard that is mainly used for Minecraft, but it's just flat out amazing. You see, with regular keyboards, a problem that I and many others have is that when W tapping, sometimes we might not release the keys far enough to PvP properly. With rapid trigger, as soon as I start lifting my finger off, I can press down again, and it's so incredibly fast, it's ridiculous. I noticed a difference in my PvP immediately. That's how good this is. Some critiques I've heard of the board are that it doesn't sound very good, but in my opinion, while gaming, it sounds fantastic, almost like pebbles being thrown on the ground. And I know that sound is very odd to kind of put a pin on, but that's really what it sounds like, and to me, it's unique and it's satisfying. The keys aren't too hard to press at all, and I find that they're literally the perfect weight. In all, gaming with this board has been a dream, and I can confidently recommend it as the best board designed for gaming that I have ever used. It might not have the fanciest sounds, materials, or be wireless, but I'll tell you right now, it excels in everything it does, and it serves its purpose wonderfully. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't worth it. Thank you so much, Wooting, for the amazing board and your commitment to the keyboard community. It truly shows with this one. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.